Good morning, I guess you could say. I guess that's what time it is. Good morning, everybody. What we're doing here today is it's a series called Real Check, and what Real Check is we're gonna all three of us are gonna sit down. Drew, Dave, and Ronald. We're all gonna sit down and we're gonna discuss movie films and the ideas of the movie films and how good they were, and what we thought of them, and all that good stuff. So. We're here to bring this to you. This is our very first episode, so give us a break as we go along. We'll get better and better and better at it. And,
of course.
It's just a step at a time here.
Yep, it's film analysis. So we're going to go over the different, perspective of the film. Like different, views and how the production was run and how we think about it. So, Ron?
They pretty much said it all.
Yep. Okay, so where do you want to begin, guys?
Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, the movie we're going to do today is called Miracle. It's based off the 1980 Olympics, the Winter Olympics, of the ice hockey team. Me personally, this is one of my favorite movies because I'm a huge sports fan, but a hockey fan in general. It sucks I couldn't live in that time, but I got to relive it through film. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and if you have any comments, questions, concerns, put them in the comment box, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start off with Miracle.
Okay.
We'll start off with you, Ron.
Okay, so
what did you think of Miracle of an overall movie?
Now, for me, as I said, I'm not like Drew. I'm not a big avid sports fan, but watching the movie just as a film, it was great. When I was sitting there watching it again, I watched it a couple of times and watching it all over again, it was phenomenal. It was a great time in America's history. Because we were going down, we were like feeling down about ourselves and stuff like that. But when we beat Russia at the Olympics, America's hopes were high.
Dave, you?
Yeah, it brought us up. Our attitude changed. We got very serious. You know what I'm saying? Like. We were on the down. And it was it was a life-changing thing. I think it's very inspirational. What I would like to do is start with categories. So, Andrew, what did you think of the main cast?
I think that the cast was extremely well. Herb Brooks was a tough cookie.
Hell yeah.
He was a very tough cookie. He was trying to fulfill something that he couldn't do, and he got cut right before the Olympics, and that's a whole nother story. But I think Kurt Russell did a very good job playing Herb Brooks. The gentleman that played Jim Craig, I think he put it off to the T, because I follow the real life Jim Craig, and he's always talking about the film and how good it was and his life experiences. But I think overall as a cast, I think they hit it head on. It's everybody came to act in that movie, and especially with an American event like that, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to have a cast like that.
Damn straight.
So my full opinion, I think the cast was very, very strong.
Okay, cool.
The same thing for me. Literally the cast, I had nothing wrong with it at all. The whole movie, everyone was really good. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Love the quotes in the movie.
Oh, yes.
And the way they executed it, pretty good. So.
Yeah, they were very passionate. That's the best thing about it. You know what I mean? You could tell that they were putting their heart into the project. It was pretty awesome.
They probably knew because they knew it's something, they're basing it off a true story.
Exactly.
So they really knew they put their heart into it.
The next thing we should cover here is where the director tried to take this film.
Okay.
And what was his main objective in this? I think if people have watched it out there, you pretty much know what his main objective is, but on how well he did it and what he was planning to do. So, we'll start with you, Dave, and we'll go around the board.
Okay. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it was supposed to be an inspirational project. I think it was supposed to be a movie that was very, it's supposed to get people up and taking active parts in their lives, as far as I'm concerned. Especially with the actors, what do you think, Drew, as far as, the main cast trying to take the project and making it a message?
I don't necessarily think they were making it to be a message.
You don't think so?
No, they were making it to be. They were letting people know that people who haven't known, as myself and you two that sit here at this table, that in 1980, not only did college hockey players star in the Olympics,
Yeah.
but that was the last year,
Mm-hmm.
or there was another year after that. I'm not quite sure, but I know it wasn't for long that they stopped using college hockey players to play in the Olympics, and they started using NHL stars.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I think overall, it wasn't to be inspirational. It was more or less to.
Not even a little bit?
I mean, in a way, yeah, of course, it's American history.
I was gonna
It's
say,
going to
yeah.
be inspirational, but
Yeah.
that's not the direction I think he took it in. I think he took it in a direction where he spent his time and his money to research how every single event went down.
Yeah.
From the time they tried out to the time they finished, and I think as a director, he hit it a square on. I mean,
On the mark.
He did what he needed to do to make sure that film, not only was it spot on, because obviously my dad was around in the 80s, my grandfather was around in the 80s, they both seen it, they both witnessed it. I mean, it came right down to where they played Russia, right in Madison Square Garden. I mean, it came down to in New York and in the Big Apple. I mean, I think he did a wonderful job in what he did.
It was
Inspirational,
Yeah.
inspirational to a point. I agree with you there, to a point.
Yes.
Historic, all the way long. All the way.
Good.
All the way. Historic, all the way.
I think pretty much it's you both hit it on the nail on the head. I mean, there's nothing more I can add to it than what you both put in there.
No.
I mean, literally, it is what it's supposed to be. A bit inspirational and a bit of a history lesson too. To remind ourselves that we had our we have our glory. We still have our glory.
Damn straight. Okay, so what do you guys think of the look of the film?
The look of the film.
Yeah, like costumes and lighting and that sort of thing.
I had no quarrels.
Okay, no quarrels, but what do you
nothing.
think personally?
Liked it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think the costumes were good. The atmosphere.
So what I thought about it personally, I felt like I was in the times. They had the costumes right. Everybody had the same kind of hairstyle that they had back in the day. It was really cool. Like, I didn't feel like I was watching something that was like a high school play where they're trying to make it look like it was the time. It really did. It was pretty awesome. So you could tell that they really held the production value high. They really did. Drew?
Okay, I'm going to top you one on there because
Okay.
I'm surprised that you missed this. But like I said,
maybe I didn't, but I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, but you guys also aren't avid sports fans. As
Oh,
I
true,
am,
true.
And I do follow a lot of stuff back in the
Yes,
day.
you do. Yes, you do.
But anyway, I think that the one thing that you missed that was very important is it comes down to uniforms and what they wore on the ice. Back in the day, they had those old-time hockey masks.
Very true. Yep.
Jim Craig wore an old-time hockey mask. Back in the day, they had them small brown pads. Jim Craig wore those small brown pads. Back in the day, they had wood sticks. They used wood sticks.
Yep.
I think it was very, very spot on by taking not only making a film that was made in 2004, by the way.
Yeah.
Not only that, 24 years later. No. Yeah, 24 years later, that's right. Yeah, 90.
Just about, yeah.
90, 2000,
you got
24 years later, that's right. Just making sure that not only to make a film 24 years later, but also to go back in time 24 years and get it spot on like that. I think they did a great job. Now, I think that we got the main bases covered, don't you think?
Yeah,
I think
the main.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
I think we got the main bases covered. And for our first episode, like I said, put a comment on there, tell us what we can fix. But it's our first episode, so cut us a little break.
Yeah.
But anyway, since we got the main bases covered, how about we talk about what was your favorite scene in the movie?
Our
favorite scenes in the movies,
So
okay.
we'll talk about your favorite scene.
Gotcha.
And we'll talk about my favorite scene in the movie, and then we'll go from there.
I think honestly is because I am not I'm not big into hockey and whatnot.
Okay.
When I
that's
went
fair.
when I saw the match between the USA and Russia, when they were watching, literally I was on the edge of my seat. I literally felt like I was there at the hockey game. I said to myself, "Oh my God, come on, guys, you can win it, you can win it, you can win it."
And what do you think they were doing back
Exactly.
in the day, watching that film? Watching it, especially for the people that are watching it live.
Yes.
Watching it live.
Yes.
Soviet
That's what I
Union
said.
has
They-
won so many gold medals.
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about intense?
Oh, it was intense. That was probably the most time I would like. I'm usually not one of those kind of people. Like, I'm not very avid into sports and all that, so I don't get on the edge of my seat like that often. But I did for this movie. I'm like, oh my God, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes! I was like, I felt like I was really there. Like, it really happened. It's insane.
All right. So no, that's pretty cool. That's
a
pretty
good
cool.
one. That's a good one.
Okay, so my favorite scene, more like scenes if you want to be honest, was the scenes between the husband and wife, honestly. You know why? Because it was drama. You saw that she was affected by what he had to go through. It affected their relationship.
I mean, him always watching film and stuff. I mean, that
Exactly.
It really
he wasn't neglecting her.
No.
But he had to do
He was
his
putting
job.
his family to the side.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he had to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He had to put his focus,
But
his time.
That also goes back to him. It goes back to him chasing a dream that he once
Yeah,
once
exactly,
had.
yeah.
He wasn't. He got a hold of it again. He wasn't letting it go this time.
Yes.
He wanted to really push forward with it, and that's what he did. He had to do what he needed to do.
So,
and he was hoping everyone, hoping for the support he needed, just so he could do it.
Yes.
So like you said, he wasn't neglecting them, but he put them to the side. And in the same scene you're talking about, he realized what he did, and he went in and he apologized.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I love that scene.
There was a nice little twist to the story there.
Exactly. The best part about that was it showed that he was human. He wasn't a stereotypical coach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He actually had a soul. He had a heart. You know, he did love people, but he had to stay true to his passion.
Right.
And that was the best part.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah,
For me,
definitely.
anyway.
Oh yeah, it definitely showed that. Not everybody. Not every coach. Is stereotypical.
Exactly.
We'll just go with that.
Plus, the actress is awesome. Just saying. Okay, so Drew.
So all right, I think my scene has a little bit of yours and a little bit of yours in it. My scene has intensity, and my scene has heart for the game.
Yes.
Now, if you guys remember when they were playing Norway, I think it was Norway.
I can see it.
And all the players are sitting on the bench, and the guy goes, "Look at that blonde 3 rows to the right."
yeah.
And they're Herb Brooks, and they're getting ready to play in the Olympics. These kids, and they don't realize how big of a stage they actually have. But and then Herb Brooks hears it, he takes it all in, and he lines them up at the goal line, and he tells them again.
Oh
yes.
Again, and they keep going again and again and again and again and again till Ruzioni stands up and said, "Michael Ruzioni," and he said, "Who do you play for?" He said, "I play for the United States of America." That's all he wanted. He wanted the guys to realize that the name on the front is a hell of a lot more important than the one on the back, and that's what he tried to realize, tried to get through. And so, like I said, Herb Brooks is a tough cookie, but he went and he did it.
Oh yes.
He went and did it. He showed them boys intensity. He showed them what it is to play hockey at a high level. Told them that conditioning, all in one scene.
Yeah.
Told them that conditioning is going to get you through the third quarter with 2 minutes left. That to me was a very strong scene in the movie, because from that scene on, they started having fun. Because the boys started playing the game serious.
Yeah.
They started taking it serious. Started working as a team. So I honestly think that in the movie is my favorite. Like, it's inspirational. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what he's gonna do next. And
I liked it. And what I really liked about what Herb Brooks did too was he kind of got the guys to try and think of, and he did say this in the movie, kind of don't think it needs your friend or whatever. Kind of have one common enemy.
No, he said, "I'll be
Or-
your coach. I won't be your friend. If you need one of them, take it up with Doc or Patrick here."
Talk about straight up.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Right from the start, from the time he was in the interview room for that job, to the time that he got the phone call at the Halloween party, to the time he picked his team, and they had a problem there too, because like the guy said, I forget the dude's name or whatever, but I mean, I haven't watched the movie in a couple weeks, but the guy's name, he said, "Listen," he said, "Herb, we got these kids on ice for a week, not just a day," but Herb already had his team picked out.
Yeah.
Herb already knew who he wanted. He didn't want to watch anybody else. So it started. Then it went from there. Then it went to, right from the beginning. I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy. I'm your coach, and that's the way you're gonna be. And like he did, he gave everybody 300 question quiz, and he said, "Here, you're gonna do this." The reason why he did it is to make sure that he can push them as hard as he pushed them. Make sure he can push them as hard as he pushed them.
Yeah.
So, I guess you can go into closing now.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up one more thing. Something that I think the audience and specific die-hard fans of this movie will like. What did you guys personally think of the scene, the speech?
Oh,
Yeah,
speech.
yeah.
It's a good. That's actually one of my favorite scenes. But I didn't bring. It was a tough between two, and I can't believe I didn't bring it up. Good job, Dave. I think that speech was. Now that's inspirational.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's a coach that's saying, "I pushed you hard, boys. I know I did, but now I want to be a friend."
Right.
Now I want to be a friend because in the beginning in the movie that in the movie when he said, "You're not a hockey player."
Yeah.
Yes.
Now he goes and says in the very last scene he says, "You were all born to be hockey players."
Yeah.
Each and every one.
It was so moving. It really was.
It was not only was it moving, but he's saying, "Listen, I know I pushed you as hard as I did, but I did it to." That's pretty much to sum up the thing. I know I pushed you as hard as I pushed you.
Yeah.
To get us here.
Right.
Now I want to be a friend.
Yeah, it was like he was opening up to his, you know what I mean, to his team. It was really cool. Like they were becoming family right before the big game. It was awesome.
And then after that speech, and once they won the game,
yeah,
Herb Brooks didn't celebrate with his team or with the fans of America.
Exactly.
He walked in the back, shook his hands, and put his hands up, because that's not the type of guy they know him to be. That's why he didn't do it. It's not the type of guy they knew him to be. He was over, and the Olympics weren't over at that point.
No.
So just for him to show a little excitement, not only for himself but for his team, but not to show in front of his team because that's obviously not his team.
It would kind of defeat his image.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, the speech goes off with so many interactions. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful.
It really is.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it at all. It's just too grand. You guys just said it all. It is inspirational.
Very inspirational.
What more can you really say about it that you already have not said?
No, exactly. Oh, I would like to add one more thing. When I was watching that scene specifically, my heart was just like, you know what I mean? Like it was like raised.
Oh yeah.
It was such a good scene. They shot it well. The actors, you could tell, you know what I mean? Like they were really living in the moment. You know what I mean? So it is pretty cool.
And if anybody's interested, I don't know if they know this, but if you're interested, go on YouTube and type in "miracle speech."
Oh yeah.
And you'll see this little 7-year-old boy, or I don't know how old he is, but he knows the speech word for word, nothing on a piece of paper. He's dressed like Herb Brooks. I think it's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because me as an actor, I probably couldn't remember a whole speech like that in my head. But for him to do it that way, it's pretty good.
I have to check it out after this.
It's not even that, but it's pretty good. The kid knows it from word for word, and you can tell he's been raised right.
Yep. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
okay.
let's get into let's close this out now.
Yeah.
I think we covered most of the basics we needed to be. But for me, Drew, I enjoyed doing this for you. I enjoyed this experience. Like I said, we're gonna do a couple more, as we go along. And if you want us to analyze a movie that you love, no matter what it be, comment about it. We'll try to do it. We'll try to get it in there. But I think today was a success.
Definitely.
I think today was a real good success. We all decided on Miracle, not only because it is a great movie, but Dave only saw it one time.
Yeah, but it was so good.
Dave only saw it one time, and that's why we decided to do Miracle first. Because I told Dave, I talked it up to him, talked him up,
yeah,
and he didn't believe me until I showed him the film.
It didn't let me down as I was watching it.
Sat there for 2 hours, eye glued to the TV. But I think that's why we did this.
Yeah, and I said I rewatched it recently. I've watched it a couple of times. It's been a while since I rewatched it.
And you went back and actually read the history too.
Yeah, I did. I did a bit of research as well.
I mean, you were telling me stuff I didn't even know.
But he probably knew, and I could have probably asked him.
Of course.
I mean, we were sitting at the breakfast table at one time, and Ronald asked me. He caught on to it. Not a lot of people might have caught on to this, but the 1980 Olympics were played in Lake Placid.
Yeah.
The Russia-America game was played in Madison Square Garden. and Ronald came to me and said, "Why was it played in the Madison Square Garden instead of Lake Placid?"
He did mention that.
I'll tell you why. Madison Square Garden can hold a lot more people, and it was in New York, and New York is the center. Some people would like to say it's the center of the United States, and that's where they're playing. More people can watch it instead of Lake Placid. But once they won that game, they went back up to Lake Placid to finish out the Olympics and win the gold medal, which was a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Some more history right there for you guys.
Some more history.
There you go.
So, like I said, I would like to thank you, everybody, for watching. Give us a like, thumbs up, comment below, let us know what's going on, what you think. And we'll be back soon with another episode of Real Check.
But wait. One last thing. Please subscribe.
Oh yes, very important. If you guys want to actually see what we're gonna have, coming up in the future, films and our series here, Real Check, as well as others, you're gonna want to subscribe.
Also, you can also check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Encore Films.
Yes, please subscribe, and that'll help us out. Let us know we have a fan base. Let us know that for each one of you guys to subscribe, we got to get better each and every day, and we got to be in front of this camera. Real Check's going to be filmed almost once a week.
Yeah.
If not more. But we got to find films to do it. We got to analyze those films, and we got to come and sit down as a group.
Yes.
So please, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you, the fans, want to see, and we're going to bring that to you.
Yeah, give us ideas.
Of course, the more ideas, the better.
So for now, have a great holiday, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you real soon.
All right, you take care now.